All right. Actually, I think we have 1 minute, right? The ad hasn't started yet. Let me give, let me give it a second for the ad to start, and then we'll get it. We'll get going. All right. It is over. It's time to start. Let's get it going. Okay. Oh fuck. I just realized I haven't set up anything at all. My bad. Fuck. Fuck me. I realized that like I was like waiting. I was like I feel like I'm forgetting something, and I realized I haven't set anything up at all. Um, Let me do that real quick. Anyway, in the meantime, tell me about your day. How's everyone doing? Everyone's doing well. I apologize. Usually I'm not this like airheaded, but it's I don't know. I have those days as well. Excuse me. I think everything should be ready. Press the button. Let me press the button. That's not the button. This is the button. Okay, we're ready to go. Alright, welcome to chapter 2. We're gonna play the Memoirs of the Clouded Kokoro. I believe this has 5 parts to it. I just tried to check how many parts there are so that I know about when I should stop streaming. But I think, considering that it has 5 parts, we have like, we're gonna have an investigation and a...
It was a ghastly tale of a winter's night. One of an invisible killer and a crime perpetrated on the pavement along Briar Road.
Hey, it's this one.
As the victim lay at death's door, the mystery of just who had stabbed the young lady from behind had been resolved. But no sooner had my friend saved that Eastern Exchange student from his harrowing plight, then in the dim, flickering shadows of gaslight did a second bizarre crime rend the stillness of that very night. I dare say most can still recall the sensational headlines of the day. Haunted apartment of death, the condemned criminal's curse, the dread demon of coal gas. Yet, though the great detective had at once discerned the truth upon his arrival at the scene, it only proved to be the overture that announced the rising of the curtain on a most tragic play.
All right. So it looks like it takes place right after the second trial. Well, the third trial, or chapter 4, right? Yeah, chapter 4 in the first game. So we're having like a little intermission in between. Yes. I don't know why they didn't, I mean, maybe it's a retcon. Hello. Hello, kitty cat. How may I help you? I've ended a number of clients in Britain's highest court, the Old Bailey. But since a particularly cruel and unforgettable legal battle 4 months ago now, I haven't returned to the courtroom. In truth, I lost my right to return. But that epic trial was just one small part of an epic tale, a tale which was now about to waken from slumber. Perhaps thanks to a letter that arrived this morning from my homeland. Hello. Are we hungry? My cat's in front of my monitor. I'm sorry. What a delicious smell of wafting up the stairs. It must be nearly time for breakfast. I'd better go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite and say good morning to the great detective and his flatmate. Can I help you, kitty? Oh, fine. I'll give you some fruit juice. Ah, Runo, good. I was just about to call up to you. The bacon's ready. Bacon. Good morning, Iris. It smells delicious as usual. Before we eat, though, I have some news. I had a surprise this morning. Shh! Not another word, Mr. Naruhodo. This could be just the abstruse thing for my pre-breakfast stagnation repelling mental stimulation, my dear fellow. Morning to you too, Mr. Sholmes. Ah, yes. I see. So that's it. The truth is as clear to me as day. My faculties of observation have revealed it again. What are you talking about? You, Mr. Naruhodo, you have this very morning met with a surprise. No shit. Well, is that not the case? Really, my dear fellow, it barely warrants an explanation. Firstly, your hair is particularly unkempt, somewhat reminiscent of a bird's nest. Secondly, you have neglected to fasten the third button of your jacket. Clearly, when considered together, these two facts point to you having been flustered this morning. Can I talk now? But of course. Though I don't look for admiration, you understand. My hair always looks like this. It's been this way since I first met you. Oh, it has. And the button was ripped off last night, if you remember. By you. Barely pulled your button off? Ah, yes, I recall the incident now. It was after supper, was it not? As the evening advanced, I picked up my violin and began to play the wailing notes of a haunting tune. But then, to my utter dismay, the third string snapped. Why did it have to happen? Why? Little wonder, then, that in my vexation I grabbed the first button I saw and ripped it from its proper place. Well, I'd like it back now, please. It's troubling me that I can't fasten my jacket. And it's troubling me that you expect me to know where it is, somewhere thereabouts on the floor, one presumes. What matters at the present time, my dear fellow, is simply whether or not my deduction was unerring. But Hurley, Runo said it when he came in, didn't he? I had a surprise this morning. Well, that really is a surprise. Yes, this man is the pride of the British Empire, the famous consulting detective Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. There can't be a single person in the world who doesn't know his name. Well, you didn't. Alright then, enough of this silly conversation. Come and eat this bacon before it gets cold. And I have a new herbal tea for you to try too. My latest special blend. Cat's leaving. Okay, bye! Here we have Iris Wilson, Mr. Sholmes' lodger and companion. A truly exceptional young girl who is the author of a highly successful serialization here in London. Yes, The Adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, as published in Ransom magazine. Here! Cat's meowing at me and he was like, bruh, you're the one who's supposed to come here. So, Mr. Naruhodo, won't you put us out of our misery? What surprised you this fine morning? Ah, well, I received a letter from Japan. Oh, from Susie, you mean? Was it? Really? That's right, and she had some rather startling news, in fact. Ah, intriguing indeed. You must tell us all about it over breakfast. Oh yes, what fun. Okay, let's go examine some stuff. A wall. Ah yes, the huge metal chest with the lace cloth plate on it, being used as a table for tea and coffee. It's very sturdy, that's for sure, and firmly locked shut. That chest contains my father's detailed records of Hurley's many cases. Yes, so I've been led to believe, though personally, I've never actually... That's the way it will say. Those papers are a secret between Daddy and me. If you go opening it uninvited, you might find yourself being bitten. What? Is there a beast inside there or something? Sorry, if anyone's chatting right now, I can't see anything because my cat's butt is in the way. Ah yes, this is where you note down ideas, isn't it, Iris? What's in the melting pot today? The blue carbuncle. Yes, it's from a case of theft that Hurley solved ages ago, the theft of a precious stone. Why do I recognize that name? The carbuncle is named for garnet, you see, especially if it's cut with a rounded top. Oh really? This garnet was blue, was it? Well, that's the thing. They're usually red. No blue garnets have ever been discovered. Oh. So who knows what the stolen gemstone actually was? That's the real mystery of the case. A proper Sherlock Holmes conundrum, huh? Ah, I see. Do I want to investigate everything? Any different bottles up here? Do be careful, Runo. You mustn't try contents of any of those bottles, even if you're hungry. I wouldn't do something stupid like that. I'm not a child, you know. Well, I wish I could say the same for Hurley. The other day, he polished off a full bottle of one of my alkaloids! What? He what? He said he was hungry. I'll be extra careful. Bruh. I can type with my eyes shut, you know. I can believe it. But when a deadline's approaching, you sound like a Gatling gun. That reminds me of a dream I had the other day. It was such a funny one. It woke me, actually. I was typing for a whole hour in the pitch black, but I didn't make a single mistake. That's incredible. But then, when it got light, I found that there wasn't any paper in the machine. No! Yo! Now I wonder if I'd actually been typing at all. Oh my god, that's like you dreaming that you were writing your essay in Word, and then you forget to save. And then the power cuts out. And then you turn on the computer again to find out that you didn't save at all, or at the very least you didn't save for like the past 3 hours. I think you might have just fallen asleep on the job. Dude, that's like, oh man, that was one of the worst things. I look forward to finding out what aroma your tea will have, Iris, every single day. Oh, well, I infuse a different concoction of herbs from the garden every time, so it's never the same twice. I mean, when you call it a concoction, it sounds more like a science experiment than something for tea time. Oh yes, that's because different blends can have very different properties. Some calm you down, some make you feel jolly, some give you energy. Today's particular blend is something quite special, so if you're really in for a treat, oh dear. That sounds ominous. We're of the same mind, my dude. Is that Napoleon Bonaparte? These are different pieces of evidence from cases you've solved, aren't they, Mr. Shrooms? Not quite, Mr. Naruhodo, not quite. These trinkets are a selection from cases I've solved with a particular aplomb. They are souvenirs of my success. Memories, Mr. Naruhodo. Memories. Really. So tell me about the case in which the bust of Napoleon featured. Hey, it was a bust of Napoleon! I forget. Memories, he says. Wonderful, Mr. Sholmes. Wonderful. It's like, that looks like a Napoleon Bonaparte. When it gets to this time of year, Londoners seem to leave their hearts alight all day long. And I love it. There's something very relaxing about watching the flames flit and dance about. But a fireplace in days of summertime is a waste of space. Really, no use at all. Rather like a great detective in days of no crimes and no... Oops. But consider this. Instead of a fireplace, a frost place. That's my latest idea. An extraordinary hearth from which emanating a cool breeze in the hot summer months. What do you think? That's an air conditioner. I think if you invented such a thing, your name would go down in history. The principle is extremely simple. One must, of course, light a cold fire in the hearth. Yes, of course, brilliant. The trouble is, none of the fires I build ever burn coal. How it taunts me. So, as you British say, it's a bit of a damp squib. That's... okay, he's learning some, metaphors. Nice. Books, papers, scientific implements, these shells are stuffed to the guns. Miss Susato wouldn't be able to help herself if she were here. She can't stand mess. Susie might not be able to stand mess, but she wouldn't dare touch those shells. Well, why not? Everything's in intricate balance. Hurley spends ages on it. If you were to touch even one thing, the whole lot would come tumbling down. Susie noticed it was a very delicate arrangement, right from the outset. You make it sound like a meeting of great minds. But the truth is, Mr. Sholmes just needs to tidy up. Anything? Oh, wait. Is this before or after? Oh, no. It should be after. That machine really is imposing, isn't it? But I can never remember its name. Hurley calls it his great analytoscope. It can analyze anything at all. That doesn't really help me. What does analyzing something even mean? Ah, an extremely astute question, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? Well, as I said, my machine here spits out analysis results of anything which you care to present it. How to interpret those results, that's the key. And I confess I have no idea. Clearly, I'm going to have to construct a great analytoscope to solve the problem. That might not help. Okay. Hey, our violin. Ah yes, Mr. Sholmes' faithful musical companion. Wasn't this violin made by somebody famous? Yes, Stradivarius. Though I'm afraid you'd have to save up for 100 years before you could afford one, you know? But didn't you buy it for a song, Mr. Sholmes? I found it at a pawnbrokery among the forfeited articles. It clearly says Stradivarius on the label. What? The ignorant broker had no idea of its true value, you see, so I paid a mere 55 shillings for it. Yes, I have something of a term for shopping, Sherlock Sholmes, bargain hunting. But is it really a Stradivarius then? But of course, my dear fellow. It said so on the label. I think perhaps the ignorant broker had something of a term for selling. Maybe. I think that's everything. I think we've seen everything. Okay. This is the letter got right from Japan this morning by International Post. Oh, how lovely. Look at Susie's beautiful writing. I wish I could read it. And how is your judicial assistant faring, may I ask? She's very well, thank you. In fact, according to what she's written, she actually appeared as a lawyer at the Japanese Supreme Court and won a case. Okay, so this is after her case. Okay. Ah, really? Oh, isn't she wonderful? Oh, isn't she wonderful? Sorry, my cup seems to be misaligned for some reason or another. A cut above your good self, my dear fellow. I've won cases too, you know. Apparently, Mr. Natsume appeared in the trial as a witness. Natsume. No, I don't recall that name. Of course you do, we helped the man twice! You know, in those 2 cases that took place on Briar Road 6 months ago. Ah, the mustache-twitchy man with the somewhat feline eyes and the mustache. He didn't have 2 mustaches, Hurley. Yes, who could forget those 2 cases? They made a very deep impression on me. Although I must confess, the details are a little hazy now. A very deep impression they made on you. Clearly. So, what was this startling news penned by Miss Susato? Do you remember the case of the haunted lodgings, Mr. Sholmes? Ah, yes, it's very interesting, you know. I don't feel it entirely certain that was a case of that nature did not occur. He's totally forgotten. Anyway, in her letter, Miss Susato asked that we read over her case notes again and investigate further. Though it took place half a year ago, for what purpose? Because of something that Mr. Natsume said to her, apparently. He suggested that the real reason why she was called back to Japan so suddenly Might have been something to do with that case of the haunted lodgings. On Mr. Natsume's return to Japan, Miss Susato's father questioned him about the case, she says. And something Mr. Natsume said appeared to trouble Mr. Professor Mikotoba, prompting him to send that telegram. Oh, that case! Yes. It was very strange, wasn't it? Yes. And I had compiled the whole story into a nice, neat manuscript ready for publication, too. But then Heli here was all funny about it, remember? He was very mean. That story must not be published, she said, very mysteriously as well. Really? I said that? Are you sure? Do you perhaps know something about it as well, Mr. Sholmes? About why Miss Susato was suddenly told 4 months ago that she had to return to Japan. It's been 4 months now since we waved Susie off at Dover. It was such a shock, wasn't it? The way she just suddenly announced that she had to go back to Japan. Indeed he was, due to a telegram she received from her homeland, I believe. That's right, telling her to return urgently. Yes, because her father had passed away. No, it just said he was suffering from a high fever, the cause of which was unknown. He's not dead. But according to this letter, that news about her father's fever was just a ruse. Ruse? So Susie's daddy lied to her so she'd make the voyage back home. Why would he do that? I have to admit, I have absolutely no idea. She believes it's almost certainly related to the case of the haunted lodgings. Summoning her back to Japan so suddenly like that, I wonder what Miss Susato's father's hiding. Ellie, do you know what it's all about? Well, who can say? What? But you said... Please, I have engagements, my dear fellow. My calendar is quite surprisingly filled today. He's hiding something. And a stringent analysis of the matter would be excessive, I feel, even if I were quite at leisure. So, man the fort in my absence, won't you, Iris? I will, Hurley. Don't worry. See you later. Come on. He scuttled off rather quickly there. I think perhaps Professor Mikotoba isn't the only person hiding something here. Soseki-san was involved in 2 cases, but only one of them was forbidden from being published. By, of all people, Mr. Sholmes. Aha! I found them at last. Iris, are they... The notes about the case. That's right, Susan and I compiled them together. Case of the haunted lodgings. Do you want to read them, do you know? Absolutely. Thank you, Iris. I have no idea what secrets could be still be hiding in the shadows of this case. But perhaps if I read over the notes again, something might come to light. That's the spirit. So, Iris and I decided to read over the case notes to get to the end. Everything from what happened to our investigation and that fierce battle in court that followed. Reliving every detail. Hey Artix. I just need to find a clue. And I have all the time in the world. Because, of course, I'm no longer allowed to practice law in the courts of Great Britain. Why again? I forgot. It was 6 months ago. A mysterious incident that unfolded on the wintry streets of London. A young woman was found lying on the snowing pavement of Briar Road with a knife in her back. Fortunately, her life was spared, but she was unconscious for several days following the incident. The fog was thick, and nobody saw her attacker, but, by a cruel twist of fate, a visiting Japanese student was walking behind her at the time, and was duly arrested. Also, how are you doing, Artix? I hope you're doing well. That man was Soseki-san, and the man who effected his arrest was Mr. Sholmes. Doing good, just got off work, nice. Believing in our compatriot's innocence, Susato-san and I decided to represent Soseki-san in court. How about you? How are you doing? I'm doing fine. A little bit warm. I'm getting ready to take my exam, but I'm studying, and then I'm streaming, and then after stream, I'm gonna study again. And after a grueling trial of many twists and turns, we finally managed to prove his innocent. What's the exam for? CompTIA A+. Joyful, joyous, jubilant jubilation was a man's reaction after the trial, but his jubilant jubilation was short-lived. We received a telegram from Mr. Sholmes the following morning. The victim of the Briar Road stabbing has regained consciousness. Hurry to Bart's at once. It's for IT. So Susato-san and I summoned a hansom and headed immediately to the hospital. Belonging into them? Thank you. Thank you very much. There's a mouse. There you are, at last. Good morning, Mr. Sholmes. I think not. Oh. You're late. What on earth took you so long? Your telegram only arrived at 5 o'clock, Mr. Sholmes, and it's a 20-minute ride to the hospital. That's right, and it's 5:30 now. I think we've made very good time. Time is utterly irrelevant. The fact is, I've been waiting for what has felt like an eternity. In point of fact, I myself was awoken at 4 this morning by a telegram, and feeling it was somewhat unjust that I alone had been aroused at such an hour, I sent one to you. Well, thanks for that. Anyway, you're here now, so the victim is over there. She's only just regained consciousness. She looks smaller than I remember. You should introduce yourselves, and I shall observe from here. That's the lady who was found on the snow-covered pavement with a knife in her back. Her name is... yes. Here we are, Miss Green. Okay, hold up. I wanna observe this rat. Eek! A mouse, Mr. Naruhodo. An enormous mouse. Vermin in a hospital. That doesn't seem the best. But it looks like a very healthy specimen, doesn't it? It's very plump. I'm not sure we can say that's down to the excellence of this facility, if that's what you think. That must be a bag of Miss Green's personal belongings. She would have been brought directly here after she was found stabbed on the pavement. I expect a friend or family member who probably brought some things for her. Alright then, let's see what's inside. A change of clothes, no doubt, and... Now, Mr. Naruhodo, you must never scrutinize a young maiden's personal belongings. But the young maiden might have chocolates, or biscuits, or caramel. Wait, why are we going for the snacks? There are lots of bottles in that cabinet, aren't there? Do you think it's safe to keep them like that? If you were a patient here, I feel sure you'd take some medicine by mistake when you were half asleep. That is a worry. But at least the cabinet has a lock, even if it's only a flimsy-looking one. Oh, I've no doubt you managed to unlock that somehow while you were half asleep as well. There are limits to even to what I can do when I'm half asleep, you know, Miss Susato. Red. This looks like the patient treatment notes. Let's see. Do not feed. What is this place? A zoo? No, I seem to remember seeing an almost identical sign in our local park. For the pigeons, yes. Yes, this is a person. Poor woman. I hope she hasn't read this. Bruh. This rounded wooden figure isn't the most charming, is it? I don't think that's a decoration, Mr. Naruhodo. It's an artist mannequin, I believe. Used when practicing sketching the human form in different poses. Really? Not exactly what you call a typical figure for that purpose, though, is it? No, I suppose not. I confess I've never seen one quite so full-figured before. Well, if you want to draw a full-figured person, it's the right tool for the job. Look, there's a photograph in this frame here. Oh yes, it's a picture of a young gentleman. He looks to be about the same age as Miss Green, I would say. Perhaps the young woman's special someone, do you think? My, Mr. Naruhodo. I didn't know you had a sense for the matters of the heart. Not in the least. I sincerely said the first thing I thought of. Okay, I think we've explored everything. the left, now to the right. I only have 2 more things to look at. Okay. Ah, this looks like the treatment notes for whoever's occupying this bed. Let's see. Do not permit to run around the hospital. Patient doesn't seem to be here at the moment, so he or she is probably running around the hospital then. Oh dear. Don't worry. What's worrying is why they haven't discharged the patient yet. I don't know, man. There are all sorts of medicines in the cabinets, look. I'm not sure if it's safe leaving them in reach of everyone like this. Yes, you're right. I can imagine if you were peckish, you might try a whole bottle or two. Well, at least there seemed to be a little lock to secure the cabinet doors. I don't imagine that would stop you if you were hungry. Worry that you'd break the lock. Hunger doesn't turn me into a criminal, you know, Mr. Seto. Okay. Let us... Oh, wait. We forgot to look at her herself. Good morning. Hello, I'm, Yunosuke Naruhodo, from the Empire of Japan. Oh no! Was it your knife that... Are you the man who... No, I'm a lawyer. And I'm Susato Mikotoba. Pleased to meet you. Oh no, was it your knife then? Are you the one? No, I assure you, I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant. We heard that you'd regained consciousness and wanted to come and give you our best wishes. Best wishes? For me? Thank you. I'm Olive Green. I'm an artist. Well, no, that's not right, is it? What I mean is, I'm trying to be an artist. Well, what I really mean is, I desperately want to be an artist. But the truth is, I don't have any talent. No, I don't. It's no wonder I was stabbed in the back. I don't think that's related, actually. Gosh, this young woman seems to bend over backwards to put herself down. Seeing as we're here, we should ask her about what happened from her perspective, I suppose. To suddenly be struck in the back by a blade as you were walking along the pavement. What terrible experience you had, Miss Green. It was so cold that day, and the fog was so thick. Couldn't see a thing. That was 4 days ago now, I think. Is that right? Yes, that's right. I'm afraid you've been comatose all that time. But the case has been solved, hasn't it? While I've been here in the hospital, I mean. Indeed it has, my dear madam. Spectacularly by none other than I, Sherlock Holmes. Mr. Sholmes, as you well know, it was Mr. Naruhodo's hard work in court that solved the case. Oh, are you okay, cat? Danbi! Oh, Danbi, stop! I wish I could show you. Hold on, let me take a picture, and then you guys can see it on the my Discord channel. So there's like a big bug outside the window, and Danbi spotted that, and he's trying to get at it, but there's a window blocking his way, so he's pawing at the window trying to catch it. But it's not working out. So let me post some pet pics for y'all. So yeah, if you go to my Discord channel, now is a good time to promote my Discord channel. Go scroll down on my stream. There is a Discord channel link. Click that, join it. And look at some pet pics. Anyways, back to the game. Yes, I'm afraid so. A gentleman from the police force is supposed to be coming to fill me in shortly. Oh, I see. Me coming round seemed to have made everyone frantically busy. I'm so sorry. I should never have regained consciousness. It's selfish of me. Bro. Oh no, we're also relieved that you're on the mend, Miss Green. We are. With that kind of attitude, maybe her surname should be Blue, not Green. Bruh. So, you're an artist, are you, Miss Green? Oh no, I couldn't possibly claim that. I'm a fledgling artist at best. I mean, I'm a student of art, really. At the Thorndike Academy of Fine Arts. Danby, you're gonna hurt yourself. Oh my, Academy of Fine Arts. Great Britain is such a wonderful country. Danby, stop! He's trying to climb through the window blinds. It's not gonna work. One is just gonna be painful for you. It's not gonna catch any bugs. And two, the bug is outside the window and you can't even catch the bug anyway. Tell me, Miss Green, do you live hereabouts? He's given up. Oh no, actually. Pineapple, hello Batman guy. I don't deserve it, but I have a little flat on Brixton Road. Bro, she needs to elevate her self-esteem. Same with me, but like, it's not about me right now. I see, how very interesting. Oh no, is it? Brixton is some 10 shops away on the underground from here. And Thorndike Academy is a mere 3-minute walk from Brixton town center. Does that matter, Mr. Sholmes? Perhaps not, but Briar Road is far less salubrious part of town by comparison, dwelt in by those of inferior means, including the maleficent Mr. Mustache. Inferior means? I suppose Soseki-san does fit the bill. It struck me as somewhat out of the ordinary for a young fine arts student to be walking in such a district. That's all. That's true. What's this? She suddenly climbed up. Mr. Sholmes, you should be ashamed of yourself prying into a young maiden's private affairs. Oh dear me, do forgive me. If you don't mind. I'm being discharged shortly, so I need to pack up my things. Oh yes, of course. We won't keep you. Thank you so much, Miss Green. Okay. Is there a Mr. Narrowfalder here? Mr. Narrowfalder? Narrowfalder now? Well, if you're looking for Naruhodo, the lawyer, that's me, but... Ah, Mr. Narrowfalder. Naruhodo. Oh, good, this is for you. It's a message from a Mr. Saucy Nutmeg. Soseki Natsume? Mr. Natsume? Saucy Nutmeg? Sent a message to me. Why would a policeman be delivering a message from Mr. Natsume? Exactly. What's going on? What's the Scotland Yard constable doing playing delivery boy at this time in the morning? Ah, what are you waiting for? Let me see that. Oh. Well, this is most unexpected. Is something wrong, Mr. Sholmes? Is something wrong, Mr. Sholmes, he says. Have you not seen this note? No, how could I have? It would seem that London's criminals have no intention of letting the great detective rest. A new case calls, a case of murder, no less. He wants to part at once. Murder? Call a cab. Time is of the essence. But the trouble is, we've yet to read Mr. Natsume's note. No, I was thinking we ought to pay him a visit in his lodgings once we did. That would be entirely convenient. Convenient? What do you mean? Oh boy, it's all here in the note, my dear fellows. The murder we must investigate took place at Mr. Mustache's lodgings. Wait, what? Again? I'll hail you Fiaker. Fiaker? At once. Bruh, that place is cursed, bro. It was only yesterday that Soseki-san was in court and we were dispelling doubts about his innocence. Now, the very next day, there's a murder at the man's own address. It may very well be the unluckiest man alive. Or so it seemed to us at the time, but we were soon to discover it was worse than we thought. I bet it's like Soseki just stumbled onto a plot and now he's being like, I don't know. You know what? I don't know. Mr. Natsume's lodgings, ground floor. Oh, it's that Shakespearean guy. What on earth? We only talked to him once. Oh my, the gentleman is deceased without question. He's dead. Welcome, student, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. Mr. Natsume. Oh, why? Why is this happening? Why to me? I've only just got out of court yesterday. I was finally home after 2 days of misery. And then I wake up the next day to this. No early bird should catch a worm like this. Woeful worm without wiggle. I see you're in high spirits again this morning, Mr. Moustache. Ah! Not the horrible hairlock Sholmes. Chew! Shove off! Show yourself at the door! I never invited you. Mr. Sholmes came here with us. I'm quite sure he'll be able to help you, Mr. Natsume. Tightly at your disposal, Mr. Moustache. What can I do for you? Grrr. Hey. Here they are, already. The busybodies. Hey. I remember you were such a dick? Ah, Inspector Gregson. What a pleasant surprise. Pleasant, is it? Gives me heartburn every time I see your face at a crime scene, Sholmes. Ha! I deduce, Inspector, that your heartburn is a result of your excessive consumption of fried food. Damn, what a burn. Good morning, Inspector. This is a crime scene. Don't you go touching anything. Good morning to you too, Sunshine. Okay, let us investigate. Okay. So we only have small panels. What is here? What is this? Right here. Oh, I said hands off. You're gonna mess up my crime scene. Oh, no, I just wanted to look, that's all. No chance. I know you're kind. You'll mess it up just by looking at it. Hey, we are kind. Are kind? Are you being racist? Someone's in a bad mood. There's certainly some bad air in here, isn't there? Alright. Sounds like I'd better talk to the inspector first and try to curry some favor. Ugh, fine. Wait. I probably have to investigate him first. So, Inspector, what was the victim's name? Who was he? Mr. William Shamspeare. He was a lodger here. As you can probably tell, he was an actor. Bit of a dead loss, as it happens. Or just dead. Mr. Shamspeare. It was the landlord, Mr. Garadeb, and the other lodger, Mr. Natsume, who found it. The fellow didn't rise at his usual hour, so Garadeb got word and kicked the door down. But doesn't Mr. Garadeb have a bad leg? Ah, yes. You're right there. It was that jittery Japanese hunchback over there who actually did the kicking. Oh, Soseki-san. The victim was pretty hard up, it seems. Even done some time inside for pretty petty crimes. He had no money, no place to go, and no friends. His only acquaintances were the people in this house. Miserable life and a miserable end to it. So, what exactly is Mr. Natsume still doing? He's not involved in the investigation, so shouldn't you have sent him away from the crime scene? Well, I'm not saying it's because the fellow looks odd or anything, or that he acts suspicious, but I thought it would be prudent to take a statement from the cohabitant. You nearly said culprit there, didn't you? Oh dear, Mr. Natsume appears to be under suspicion again. It certainly seems that way. He just comes across as such an odd fellow, doesn't he? Poor man. How unfortunate. Anyway, I can't say much until the coroner gets here. I don't think the fellow's been gone that long. The body's still warm. Even if the inspector would allow it, I don't think I could bring myself to touch a dead body. I have! Last week, in fact. It was awful! What a terrible thing to have happen. It's only been 3 days since I was arrested for the incident on the pavement outside. And then, having finally regained my freedom, it starts happening all over again. Endless existence of excruciating experiences. So the victim lived here on the ground floor, and your room is just 1 story up, isn't it? Yes, that's right. In a way, we were neighbors, I suppose. So did you know the victim? Were you friends? What's the matter with Soseki-san now? It was an innocent enough question, wasn't it? Why does he seem so shaken by it? Well, I suppose he wasn't a complete stranger. But but he did ever invite me to his. But did he ever invite me to his room? Never. On my honor, I swear it. What an extreme reaction. You're probably wishing you'd never asked now, aren't you, Mr. Naruhodo? When we found him here, I felt wretched, which is why I sent word asking you to come. Through that inspector over there. Can I help you, Mr. Sholmes? Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? Ah, you need only observe to know it, my dear fellow. Investigating, naturally. There's nothing natural about that pose. Mr. Sholmes, have you made some miraculous discovery? Patience, my dear madam, patience. We've not been here in this room 5 minutes. So far, all I've managed to deduce is what actually happened. My goodness. But isn't that everything we need to know, Mr. Sholmes? Now that you propose the idea, I believe one could indeed see it that way. At the present time, I have managed to draw 2 incontrovertible conclusions. The first, that there was a physical struggle here last night in which the victim fought for his life. Mr. Natsume, what's wrong? Is something that Mr. Sholmes said significant somehow? No, don't mind me. I forgot I was here. And my second conclusion is that there was a poison lingering in the air here last night that passed the victim's lips. Nonsense! Alright, Mr. Natsume, why are you reacting so extremely to Mr. Sholmes' deductions? No, please, pretend I'm not here. Invisible, ineffable, inscrutable, insignificant. Impossible to ignore. You must tell us everything, Mr. Sholmes. Spare no detail. Are we doing the thing? Are we doing the thing? But of course, let the theatrical tragedy before us be unraveled by my great deductions, presented for your pleasure in 2 hours. I've heard some truly astounding great deductions from Mr. Holmes in the past. No doubt this will be no exception. What miracles will unfold before our eyes this time? So, my dear fellows, for your delight and wonder, let the curtain rise for Sherlock Holmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular Act 1. Yay! I love this part! Woo! Cause of death. Careful observation of the victim reveals to us the bed transpired in this disconsolate room last night. Sorry for my yawn. Foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate which contains, you will observe, 1/2 a sizable bar of soap. Meaningful indeed. Why is the soap set so purposely upon the dish, like the victim's last supper in fact? Yes. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer. I like how Natsume is the culprit this time. I mean, like, in the deduction. Appears that the young man's appetite was his undoing. Taking up arms in the form of his cutlery, the victim engaged in a deadly battle for his life. Yet the struggle against his hunger was in vain, for in the end he couldn't resist devouring the slippery feast. But London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate. The soap and the lather about the young man's mouth are too perfectly matched to ignore. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to excessive ingestion of foul soap. Though personally, I have a greater interest in the taste of foul candle wax, of course. Okay. Suicide or murder? The cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. Was it suicide or murder? The audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's last supper. Did the man die alone? This single teacup suggests the answer. A conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. A careful criminal could have absconded with his own cup to cover his tracks. Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow. Indeed, what reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock. No. 100% no on the broken lock. Therefore, stopping now, at the time of the incident, this door was locked. And the soul key was in the victim's pocket. In other words, when the victim consumed the poison, must have been alone. Alone with his inferior self, from whence wafted an inferior self. And with that acrid aroma lingering in the air, the victim met his end in tragic solitude. We can take comfort only in the fact that his soul was well cleansed on his way to the hereafter. I mean, since this is a Ace Attorney mystery, I don't think that's the case. This thus concludes the final act of Sherlock Holmes' Great Deduction. There's just one thing, Mr. Sholmes. There's just one thing, Mr. Sholmes. You are disposed to identify just one thing, aren't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Pray, what concerns you? Well, no matter how hungry he was, do you really think the man would have eaten soap? It's quite apparent that this man had barely a penny to his name. It is a curious thing, but to one so destitute, a soap can suddenly appear quite irresistibly appetizing. How extraordinary. In truth, I have tried a little soap myself in the past. You've eaten it, you mean? My dear fellow, it was some time ago now. My postulation was that it would cleanse my gut. Did it? As I writhed in agony on the floor and spilt the contents of my stomach. Yes, I believe it did. The experience taught me a valuable lesson. Soap is quite poisonous. Yes, it is. It has unpleasant taste and leads to great discomfort. In summary, I cannot recommend it. Believe me, I wouldn't eat it even if you did. There's something that troubles me as well, actually. Oh, what's that? It's Mr. Natsume. Ah! I couldn't help noticing him shuddering and quivering out of the corner of my eye. Almost as if Mr. Sholmes' deduction touched a nerve somehow. No nonsense! Well, that clenched teeth episode didn't last. I think, judging by Mr. Natsume's reaction, the great detective's deductions may need some gentle corrections in order to reach the actual truth. Yes, Mr. Sholmes' observations and deductions are sometimes a little too sharp. He has a tendency to hit the nail on the side of the head and drive it in at an obtuse angle. When he does that, it falls to us to straighten things out. Alright then, let's see what we can do. Yes, we must pick out the key words in Mr. Sholmes' quite brilliant deductions, can't English, and discreetly exchange them for something that makes a little more sense. If we can do that, I'm sure we'll arrive at what Mr. Sholmes meant to say in the first place. In that case, are you ready for the second performance of the day? Once again, my dear fellows, for your continued delight and wonder, let the curtain rise for Sherlock Holmes' Logic and Reasoning Spectacular, Act 1. Course correction. Hold it! Alright. Careful observation of the victim reveals to us events that transpired in this disconsolate room. Foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicates the use of poison. Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate which contains, you will observe, 1/2 of a sizable bar of soap. Meaningful, indubitably. Why is the soap set up so purposely upon the dish, like the victim's Last Supper, in fact? Yes. Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course. The fork reveals the answer. Well, you can't deny that a fork implies the man was eating something, or about to eat something. Yes, that's true. If I were to decide to eat some soap, I would prefer to use a fork rather than to have tempted with chopsticks. And of course, only half of the bar of soap is left on the plate. But might there not be some other explanation? Something material that proves whether or not the man really ate some soap? Hello? Look, there's more soap on the floor here. Mr. Chancellor must really have looked this up. Let's not jump to conclusions, Mr. Naruhodo. Look closely at this soap. Do you see that it would fit together perfectly with the half bar on the table? What the? How can that be? I think that they are two halves of the same bar that broke apart. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's
Take that!
Could it be that the man was about to eat it? Of course. The other piece of soap reveals the answer. It being the other half of the soap on the table. In short, the victim was not eating soap at all. It is obvious, really, for no deaths of hunger could drive any man to attempt to eat soap. Even I, with my unquenchable thirst for practical knowledge took only a single bite. But that begs the question of how the man was poisoned, because there's no sign of any food on the table. An excellent observation, Mr. Naruhodo, and one that furnishes us with the answer we seek. For London's foul soap is besmirched by foul poison. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the... No, I think it's... Mr. Sholmes is still pushing the soap argument then. Perhaps he's suggesting the man licked the soap rather than ate it. If soap in London is that poisonous, I don't think I want to be washing my hands with it. There are no signs of any food in this room at all. Of course, food isn't the only thing that passes people's lips, is it? Okay, wait, is there anything on the fork or anything on the teacup? Yes, a Western vessel for the serving of infusions of dried tea. The teacup, Mr. Naruhodo, as you well know. Stop putting on airs. And it's empty. Ah, so we've already established that the victim wasn't eating soap when he died. However, there's significant evidence to suggest he was drinking tea. My thoughts exactly. Okay, but why does he have a fork in rigor mortis? If it is soap, then what did he eat? Yes, it's a real mystery, isn't it? Got it, he wasn't interested in soap at all, it was this fork he wants to satisfy his hunger with. No, I really don't think it's helpful to continue with this line of reasoning that the gentleman had peculiar taste. I know what I've been told off. Okay, we're gonna go with the teacup. Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the teacup. Indeed, cups have been the vessel of choice for practicing poisonings over the centuries. It was clear that this victim drank every last drop. No sign of food anywhere in the room, which leads us to an immutable conclusion. The cause of death was clearly intoxication due to the ingestion of poison contained in this teacup. Yep. Poison in the tea. Somebody poisoned the water hole. Alright. Cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next question. Was this suicide or murder? The audience will recall that the death occurred during the victim's last supper. Did the man dine and die alone? This single teacup suggests yes. No. The Western vessel for infused hot drinks again. It's already featured heavily in our deduction so far. Yes, we can imagine that shortly before his death, Mr. Shakespeare was having a drink of tea. There would be nothing remarkable about that. What troubles me is Mr. Natsume's reaction when he heard Mr. Sholmes' suggestion. There's more to this deduction than it seems. I must closely examine the scene of crime again for more clues. Oh, hello. It's another Western vessel for... It's a teacup! She's mad about the teacup. Have you guys played God of War Ragnarok when Kratos meets ProZD's character, what's his name? Ratatoskr? When you hit his bell too many times, eventually Ratatoskr will be annoyed with Kratos, and he's gonna scream at him, "Enough with the stupid chimes!" It's the same energy. It's a teacup! And it too is empty. Given that he's actually holding this one in his hand, we can assume that this is the cup from which Mr. Shakespeare was actually drinking. But if that's the case, This changes everything. Everything we've deduced up to now is turned on its head. I have a bad feeling about this. I almost don't want to say it. Yes, I know exactly how you feel. Oh, Mr. Natsume. You're just very unlucky. Did the man dine and die alone? This other teacup suggests the answer. Yes, there were 2 teacups in this room all along. In other words, this is a strong indication at the victim's last supper. There was a guest present. At the very least, we can say now with certainty that somebody else was here in this room last night taking tea with the victim. What are you talking about? Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable. To draw a conclusion on such meager evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. In which case, what can we deduce about this possible guest at the table? Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fellow. You mean to say you know who exactly was in this room at the time of the victim's death? Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is not the broken log. I'm not sure I like where this deduction is going now. I'm afraid it's too late to go back to the halcyon days of eating too much soap. But the identity of the guest who was here last night when the victim passed away is something I have a very bad feeling about. Well, you can try to ignore your feelings, but we cannot ignore the truth, Mr. Naruhodo. No, I suppose not. Have to look around again. It's empty. Empty of liquid, but full of air. That makes you think, doesn't it? Makes me think that you're full of hot air. We should be thinking about who else was in the room at the time. This sounds quick and response was clever than my original riddle. Okay, Paul books. At first glance, it seems that the only things in the room are the makeshift stage and the costumes. I overlooked these 3 books initially. I wonder what they are. Let's see. The titles read The Picture of Monsieur Lescaut, Canterbury Yearnings, and A Meal for Gaboriau. Wait, I'm sure I've heard those titles before. Yeah, they're from the last case. It could just be an incredible coincidence, but they're the exact same 3 books that Mr. Natsume purchased the other day. What? Yes, on the day of the fortunate incident when Miss Green was stabbed. Soseki-san had just been to a bookshop and bought them. And now those 3 titles are here in the room of the victim. And Mr. Natsume claims never to have been here before. What does this mean, you think? I really don't know what to make of it. Pile of familiar books.
Take that!
Ay ay ay. Indeed. What reveals the answer, of course, is a pile of familiar books. Quite so. It's no mere coincidence that these 3 titles are in this room. It's a link to the truth. Mr. Natsume, you purchased these books 4 days ago at the second-hand bookshop. That's just... In that case, you will be able to bring the same 3 titles from your own room, will you not? This very moment. No, never! Non-negotiable! If you can't bring your own copies here, it proves that these 3 books are in fact yours. Having purchased the books 4 days ago and returned to your lodgings, you were arrested the very next day. So you could conceivably have brought the books here on that evening, but you never mentioned that. In other words, you can only have brought these 3 books here to the victim's room. I like how he does poses on his way in. Last night, having returned to your lodgings after the trial concluded at the Old Bailey. Sure, there's only one possible conclusion. The victim died here in his room last night as a result of poisoning. And that same night, the victim had a visitor. I mean, that doesn't mean that correlation doesn't... I mean, that doesn't mean that one was the reason for the second visitor. Was you, Mr. Soseki Natsume? This concludes the final act of Sherlock Holmes' Great Deduction. Ah, I love that. I love it when they work together. Arrgh, arrgh. Not again, not again, not again. Not again! Bro. Well then, Mr. Natsume. It would appear you're going to have to accompany me down to the yacht. Again. But wait! Hold your horses! Yes? Door! Key! Locked! Entry! Exit! Entirely impossible! He's so flustered he's being even stranger than normal. What, do you think that's an alibi? You could have just made a copy. What? You live in the same building after all. You'd have plenty of opportunity, I'm sure. But... Misery me! Sorry, sir. You'll get your chance to give your side of the story later. The facts speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache. You horrible Sherlock Holmes. He really has found himself an arch rival now, hasn't he? Come on now, no dilly-dallying. Outside. There's a carriage waiting. Welcome, student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. I never imagined I'd be in this position again, but... You have to help me, please, please. I'm innocent. Alright, I understand. We'll come to your cell later and talk about it. And one more thing. Oh, yes? My poor little kitty cat. Please give him his breakfast for me. Don't worry, we got Mr. Waggy. So his evil curse still apparently unbroken. Soseki-san found himself once again the prime suspect in a case of murder. Dude, for him, thanks to the incriminating deduction of the great detective. My dear fellow, that honor belongs to you. Aw, thanks. Well, at least that means Inspector Gregson is no longer here. We can examine the crime scene in more detail now. Yes, that's right. And of course, what? Have you forgotten what the inspector mentioned before? It was a landlord, Mr. Garadeb, who discovered Mr. Shamsphere. Oh, Mr. John Garadeb, yes. I expect we could find him in the sitting room on the top floor as usual. Right. We must remember to go and talk to him later then. Alright, let's do some investigating. What's this on the ground? What's this? It looks like part of an envelope, I think. Yes, I think you may be right. Perhaps it was torn off when the letter was opened. Is that significant? Probably, probably not. Well, it's a little out of place, perhaps. When you look around the room, there's no sign of a letter, or the rest of the envelope, in fact. Is there? Ah, she's right. And yet here we have the torn off end of an envelope. Just strikes me as unusual. I agree. Better take this just in case. Why is it still here then? Get these extravagant bright costumes. Somehow they look out of place in this room with its grim shady going on. But this one looks like a king's attire. A king. I've always dreamt of being a king. Oh, I think you'd be more suited to a feudal lord, a daimyo, or such like. With a chonmage top knot, every Japanese man wishes he had a chonmage. Oh, you look wonderful with one, and you already have the sword. Can you imagine what would happen if I walked around the streets of London with a chonmage and a sword? One of the teacups that Mr. Shamsphere and his guests drank from last night. But don't go drinking from them, Mr. Naruhodo. There's bitter poison inside. I'm not planning on drinking any, so don't worry. Anyway, the cups are both empty. It's true. So, one was Mr. Shamsphere's, and the other one must be the cup that Mr. Natsume was drinking from. Soseki-san wasn't poisoned, of course. Perhaps we should take these so that we can examine them in more detail later. A pair of teacups have been entered into the court record. Wow. Can I investigate the fork? Aw. Oh, the poor man. So young to die. Do you suppose it was very painful death, being poisoned as he was? I don't know. All we can do now is hope that he'll be reborn to a better life. Yes, I suppose you're right. I wonder. Do you think that putting our hands together in a Japanese prayer will help a British soul? Sorry? I made sure I had a reference at the ready for just such an occasion as this, actually. This book is entitled The Beginner's Guide to Praying for the Departed, the British Way. I'll just reread it now. One moment. There's quite a spine on that book, isn't there? And here we have another disproportionately large machine. This looks like a meter of some kind. Ah, this is a gas meter, I think. It seems that in the district, residents pay for gas as they use it with coins. Ah, I see. Yes, now you pointed it out, I can see that there's a slot here that looks like it would take a coin. So you mean if you put a coin in here? That's right, that would buy you about 2 hours of gas for lights and heating. So, if you're a poor person with no money, you'd have to sleep in the freezing cold? Yes, or if you were a scatterbrain with no change because you forgot to exchange your money at the bank. Thank goodness there's no meter in our office. This is a gas wall light, isn't it? It must be connected to a gas pipe in the wall. Gas lights, the gas stove. London really is a city of gas. But now that I think about it, Mr. and Mrs. Garadev had an open fire on the top floor, didn't they? Oh yes, you're right. I don't recall seeing a gas stove up there. Well, I must prefer a real fire anyway. It's so much cozier. Okay. Oh, hello. Not much on these shelves, is there? Just this wine glass and bottle. Both of them are cracked. Yes, not much use, are they? What's the matter? Oh, I was just reminded of the Reaper, that's all. Prosecutor Lord Van Zieks. Yes, he's so reckless with his wine glasses. I was thinking it's a waste and that he should donate some to the needy. You can just suggest it next time we meet. Hilarious. This is some sort of makeshift stage, I think, isn't it? Where does the audience sit, though, for the nightly Shakespeare performances? Actors aspiring to the great stage must practice their art, Mr. Naruhodo, with or without an audience. In fact, on a related note, perhaps you should set up a mock bench for the defense in your office. What? Then you could practice your art every single day. I'll think about it, if you promise to don a beard and play the role of the judge. Oh, if that would help you achieve your goal. This I have to see. Okay. I think that's everything. Oh, the window. We've already talked about this. As we've seen from the outside, the window is completely bricked up. A vestige of the former window tax that Britons had to pay. Strange things they used to tax in Great Britain. I mean, making people pay for the number of windows they had in a property. It's extraordinary. It's heartbreaking to think of the poor having to block up their windows just to avoid an unaffordable tax. Oh, what is it, Mr. Sato? If you look closely, a number of bricks are loose. Oh, yes, it looks as though an amateur has broken out a few of them just here. Was it Mr. Shamsier who did it, I wonder, being the lodger renting his room? Ah, look at this, Mr. Naruhodo. On the outside, there's a little ledge. And there's something on it. What, outside? It's soap. It's so cold outside. You can feel it through this gap. Uh-oh. I have a severe thunderstorm warning for an hour for destructive baseball-sized hail. Oh shit. Okay. It did snow all last night. It would be cold. But more importantly, what is it on the ledge out there? What are those snow-covered lumps? It's more bars of soap. Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on the ledge outside the window? I have no idea, but the pair of them look rather charming like that. Still, that's very strange, isn't it? Bars of soap lined up outside the window. I think perhaps we should take one. There are two after all. Oh dear, I suppose we could... Oh, what's this? Here, look here at this soap. Ah, do you see? in the middle there. There's a patch that's a different color. It's sort of transparent, but some sort of fancy design, I suppose. Only in Great Britain. It looks like the Hinomaru flag of Japan, doesn't it? How wonderful. It's probably a very expensive brand. Expensive? Then what's it doing in this ramshackle old room? Barstone has been entered into the court record. Alright, give me a second, everyone. I need to use the restroom. Look like you're having a good snoop around, eh? Inspector Gregson, back so soon. After I threw that little Japanese fella in the clink, I went and reported this investigation division. Alright, I will be right back, everyone. Let me use the restroom. We'll be back in, like... Oh, whoops. In, like, 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. Alright, thank you. I will be back. BRB. There we go. Hello! I am back. Let's get back to the show. Oh, I see. Well, we better be leaving then. Hold on. Poor Mr. Natsume must be feeling very low, being back in a cell again so soon. Sure, we should probably go and... What's wrong, Mr. Naruhodo? Out, brief candle, lies but a walking shadow, a poor player. That struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. You need a doctor! Now, how soundeth the next part? Tis a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. Indeed, oh happy day. What? Walking Dead? No. The fella isn't dead at all? What was that nonsense he was saying, though? I think, yes, it was from William Shakespeare's Macbeth. A soliloquy from Act 5, Scene 5. Shakespeare. So it was that the victim, Mr. William Shakespeare, came back to life. If the man had indeed been poisoned, it transpired that it hadn't killed him. He was taken by emergency carriage to a nearby hospital for treatment. and Inspector Gregson evicted us from the scene of the crime. Whatever that now was. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to say Macbeth. Or else, like... Apparently theater students, you're not supposed to say Macbeth. Or else you're gonna get cursed or something. Whatever do you think will happen now? Good question. What a strange situation where Mr. Natsume, arrested for murder, but then the victim comes back to life. I think perhaps the victim was never dead in the first place. It seemed very likely that Mr. Shamspear did consume poison, as we deduced. But wasn't an accident, attempted suicide, or attempted murder. Until the truth can be established, I imagine the police will keep Mr. Natsume in custody. I suppose so. Let's hope it doesn't come to anything more than a night in the cells. Oh, what's this? What's that man doing over there? It looks like he's trying to see into Soseki-san's lodgings. There's something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo. Excuse me. Could we have a word? Ah! He's a bee. He just ran off. I feel sure that I've seen that man somewhere before. Where was it? I do too, but I don't remember. Me neither. With the exception of the top floor, where Mr. and Mrs. Gardev live, all the windows are bricked up. Yes, that's because of an old window. Yes, we know about the window tax. We know the window tax! Shut the fuck up about the window tax! Unfortunately, it would appear that the residents of this district can't afford to pay to have the work done. Why don't you just do it yourself? Yes, that is a sad state of affairs. Especially for people like poor Mr. Natsume, who have to live all cooped up in a windowless room. Suppose that's the price you pay for living in a very cheap accommodation. I think it's scary, if you think about it, if you live in a second floor without any windows. But if there's a fire that goes out, you're just fucked. It all seems rather pointless when you put it like that. I wanted to investigate that soap, but from the outside. Sorry, I'm eating chips right now. Can someone explain to me, Soseki-san's name? Why he's named like that? I'm pretty sure all the names are, like, named that way. But I don't know Natsume's name. Soseki Natsume? Usually they're puns or names based off of other stuff. Like, besides Susato Mikotoba, we have Iris Wilson, who's supposedly the daughter of John Wilson, who's based off of the character Oh, is a Japanese novelist. Really? Olive Green is just green. Sherlock Holmes is based off of Sherlock Holmes. Soseki Natsume is a Japanese novelist? What, like... Would I know any of his works? I am a cat. I believe. Pen name Soseki, born Natsume Kinosuke, a Japanese novelist. He's best known for Kokoro Botchan, I Am a Cat, Kusamu Makura, and his unfinished work Light and Darkness. He's also a scholar of British literature and writer of haiku and kanji poetry and I found. So unless you write classical literature, the chances are low. Okay. I'm looking at his wiki page right now. I wouldn't know, but that's good to know. Apparently, he's on a 1,000 yen banknote from 1984. That's cool. Okay, back to the. Gregson is based off one of the Sherlock Holmes characters, and William Shakespeare. Except that they already named Shakespeare. Also, this is the thing in the back is the London Tower, which apparently is also another novel that Soseki wrote. we could buy tickets, but what serves the fun in that? Oh yeah, William Robbins. There's a reference to William Robbins right here. Hi, Scully. Inventing is Japanese and British two-ball snowmen that are the strange ones. After all, real people do have three sections: head, torso, and legs. You ever think that perhaps you think about things too much? But it's true. Look, it's a right snowman. Apparently, they called in the Japanese version, they called them heads instead of balls because they're referencing Daruma heads. Hi, what are you eating? I'm eating Doritos. It's a spicy sweet chili Doritos. Alright, we move on to the Gyarados room. Alright, we've been here before. Here we are again, the eccentric landlord's eccentric top floor abode. We're here because Mr. Gyarados, the one who discovered the incident this morning, don't forget. Ah, you chaps, eh? Yes, good morning, sir. Thank you for your cooperation in court yesterday. It was quite a trial. As much for Mr. Garrideb as anyone, really. Came straight back here after all that business at the Bailey yesterday. So basically, this trial takes place after the first game's chapter 4. We're having a flashback moment where we're doing investigations in the flashback. I'm not reading right now because I'm eating the chippy chips. I'd come to like this Dorito flavor, the spicy sweet chili, because it has a sweet and spiciness and saltiness to it. I don't think I need to investigate anything here, but just in case, we'll skip through everything. How are you, by the way, Scully? I hope you. Sorry, I shouldn't eat with my. I should not talk with my mouth full. How are you today, Scully? I hope you're doing well. Good to see Mr. Garrideb's medal of honor still proudly displayed on the wall. For distinguished participation. He got a participation medal, guys. Doing well, that's great. That's great to hear. I want to know now. Yeah, exactly. I want to know what you do. Everything is left as it was like yesterday. Haven't touched it since. Haven't done much at all really since it all happened. And rather so still for me. That's really convenient. That's a really convenient way to say that they use the same backdrop for the second game. like they've been completely torn apart by a wild beast, also known as Mr. Garrideb's wife. And the wife threw a knife towards him, hit the window, went downwards, stabbed a woman. That's what happened in the last case. Oh, thank you for the stretch. And the hydrate. Thank you so much for the hydrate. You know, I should probably make that stretch noise into like a soundbite for stream. That was me stretching, making that groaning noise while stretching. Couldn't find the hydrate. That's fine. It's fine. It happens. I've been hydrating without prompting. Oh my god. Bongo. I wish I had a bongo. And by bongo I mean bongo cat. Emote. I need to purchase more emotes, but at the same time I need more subscribers. Because I can't get any more I can't put in any more sub emotes or follower emotes, I think. until I do. Same? Yeah. Oh, really? Can I have it? You need to update yours? Oh, yeah, that's my kitties. I had a friend, Poofy. She's another VTuber. She's taking a long break right now, but back when she did her streams, she drew both my cats like that, and I asked her if I could use it for emotes, and she said yes. Very nice of her. You need to update yours? That's fair. I need to update mine as well. Like, I need to make it less. I need to remove the. Wait, actually no. Okay, here's what I need to do. I need to add more animated emotes. I need to order animated emotes. I need to remove that Hadaru emote until until Christmas. Because I don't know why is it still here. It's not Christmas. I believe this takes place before World War II, right? So, you know, maybe that can will be handy again someday. Singularly dangerous. Hey, at least we agree on something. Yeah. Okay. Let us talk now. Let us talk, Mr. Garridem, about William Shakespeare. Oh god, the hail is actually hitting. Holy shit. Okay, so I live in like the northern part of Texas. I hear hail hitting. So I'm gonna keep playing. If the stream cuts off, you'll know why. Apparently I'm supposed to be expecting baseball-sized hail. In the middle of March! Woo! I love Texas weather! Yeah! We get crazy weather all the time! Man, this hail is actually pretty loud. I don't know if you guys can hear it. I should probably call my parents, let them know. Yeah, no, I should definitely call my parents and let them know. Well, actually, no. I mean, besides the home damage, there's no cars outside, so I don't expect any car damage. But I think it's still like prudent to let them know that it's happening. So I will be right back. I can't even hear my own self. Like I can't even hear myself speak over the sound of the hail. So let me call them right now, and then I'll get back. Give me like 1 or 2 minutes. Alright, sorry about that. It took a little longer than I thought. I went to close all the blinds. I went to close all the blinds in the house. Make sure that if the hail does hit, it doesn't come through the windows. Okay, anyway, back to the game. We're fine. Anyone wanting to live in a place like that is either broke or has a belly screw. So hard to choose which category Soseki-san will fall into. Jesus. Mr. Naruhodo, that's a little rude. He was doing research as well. Research into what? Shakespeare, of course, Shakespeare. I had read a few plays of the old bard myself, you know, Romeo and Hamlet and all that. Oh wait, was it Hamlet? Was it Hamlet that's cursed, or Macbeth? I think it's Hamlet that's cursed. He's known as Sao in Japanese, as you know, and many of his works have already been translated. Sao. Shakespeare was shortened to Sao, though. Sometimes, so just a lot of college victims when I have someone there. Scholar of English literature as well. Yeah, you, Mr. Shakespeare, would have much common. Yeah, that's why they were in the room together. Wait, okay, which one was... Hamlet was the one that was to be or not to be. Right? Is the monologue to be or not to be? That's the one that's cursed. Well now, must have been about 6 in the evening by the time I got home. Snow was coming down rather heavily as I remember, and it's completely dark already. That failed actor Chad was out at the time. Couldn't summon the energy for anything much, so I just sat in front of the fire up here. It was after 8 before Shansmere got back, and the chap was up until past 1 in the morning, I'll have you know. Was met his end sometime after that. I was asleep by then, so I'm rather in the dark here. Yeah, no, that helped, I guess. I hope that the hail isn't bothering anyone. I hope that you guys can't hear it unless I'm talking, maybe. But I'll be fine. I just hope it's not annoying y'all. Oh, you guys can hear it. I see spikes. Well, whenever I'm not, even when I'm not talking, when the hail strikes. I'm sorry. Ah. Oh my god. Do you guys hear it? Sheesh. Apparently I'm supposed to be expecting hail-sized hail-sized baseballs. Baseball-sized hail. At the maximum. Which is crazy, since we're in Texas. No. I think when you're a bored old man, personally, when you're a bored old man with nothing to do, you just find a rhythm and find like something to look at. What if I present this? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, we'll just leave you be now. We'll move. It's one of the... Sorry. There's a bug sometimes where I can't... Oh, there we go. Now we can do it. That was weird. Oh, poor... yeah. Poor Soseki. Poor Soseki. For some silly wrong end of the... Yeah, I mean... Wait, you get those questions? That's awful. That's selfish shyster. Isn't it shyster? Shyster. Shice. It's because he still thinks Sherlock Holmes is, German, remember? He calls him Herlock Holmes. So he called him a Scheisse. Wickedly. Uh-oh. We are your lawyers. I demand to have a lawyer present. We are your lawyers, sir. Ah! We need you to tell us everything, my guy. Around 9 or just after, when I took him some nice tea I brewed as a gift. Oh. Who was the stronger? Juliet. I think Juliet was stronger than Romeo. Prove me wrong. See, even he agrees. Team Juliet won. Feels bad. Before I took the room. Oh shit. Right, I believe that the Japanese have a culture where if someone died in a house, like their spirit haunts that house, and if you move in, they have to lower the price. They have to lower the price of rent or cost of the house because someone died. I feel like it was suffocation. You keep talking about windowless rooms. I think what happened is that actually both guys suffer from gas poisoning. I think they're both suffering from poisoning from gas. Maybe there was a leak one time, and he paid so much for the gas. Here's what I think, right? The victim, Mr. Shanspeare, was just unconscious. He came around now. Okay, so here's what I think. Because there's a lot of clues putting things together, and I'm connecting dots in my mind. I think Olive Green. I think Olive Green tried to poison William Shakespeare via gas. Only because I'm guessing that only because Sherlock Holmes made a mention about how she lives the hospital is like 10 minutes away from the university, and she lives the place she lives in is 3 minutes away, so why would she ever be in Briar Street in the first place? And I think her brother, or like whoever that guy was in the portrait when we met, when we talked to Olive Green in the first place, that person died in that house, who Mr. Soseki Natsume just mentioned. Someone died here, and I think that was Olive Green's connection, and she decided to get revenge and try to poison William Shakespeare. So, oh wow, we're starting the court already? Good morning, Mr. Natsume. Well, at least it's not murder this time. Can you come into court? Yep. Uh-oh. Are we going against Mr. Baron von Zieks? Barack von Zieks? Of course it is. He was a bad guy. It's okay. Wait, this is part 2, so why are we in court for 4 parts? Are we in court for 4 parts? Yeah, we know we're innocent, bro. Okay, it seems the hail has stopped. That's fine. Yeah, we don't need instructions. Exactly. Exactly. Alright. Is it just Baron Von Zieks? Usually we get more than one different prosecutors eventually. Okay, it's just Baron Von Zieks. Alright. Prosecution is ready. It's ready! It's ready. What? But we've won before. Yeah, exactly. I need to stop eating these, but this flavor is so addicting. Yes. Alright, the jury. I forgot. Oh. Hey, I've seen... Wait, isn't this guy... No, that's not the guy I'm thinking of. Oh, this is a new face. I've seen you before. Yeah, that's the idea, but we've met like 4 of them before. Actually, 5 of them before. He did no wrongdoing in the first place. So did wine breaking with... Okay. I counted in the last trial. Not last week's... Not this week's trial, but the... Chapter 5 in the first game. He crushed like five cups and broke 3 bottles or something. Does he have someone just bring him a cart full of cups? I know, right? Maybe his his bench has like a secret compartment where he just has like a bajillion cups. And then his cake, yeah. Yeah, he throws his cape too. Okay, so we already kind of know exactly what happened, like the basis of what happened. So we can just like skip this. Actually, hold on. While we're doing this, let me do some investigating. Wow, this is from last trial. I didn't get to investigate any of the stuff yet. Any of the evidence. I do too. Oh. Apparently I'm drinking tea the wrong way. I just like to... Oh, did we remove the seal? Wasn't there a seal here? Exactly. I never got to investigate this at all. Okay, I think that's everything so far. Okay. We're gonna keep going. Excellent. Wait, I think he has gray hair under that wig. Excellent. I'm gonna use that. What's this? What's this puddle here? Huh? Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I need some water. All right, I'm back. My sister's calling me. No arson. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, my sister called me to let me know that she's on her way. Conclusive point. Go on, yeah. Oops, my bad. I accidentally clicked out of it. I don't know why I tried to click when it was, when I'm using the controller. Alright. Alright, time for testimony. Alright, how do you know it's strychnine? Umbi. Good night. Hi. Here. Umbi, what are you doing? Well, funny enough, we have tea. I think it's really funny that people slap their faces. Alright, we're gonna press, because we're gonna have to.
Hold it!
Blood machine.
Hold it!
So what was in the drink?
Hold it!
Why am I pressing him? Like, why am I constantly pressing him? Because it's important.
Hold it!
See. I don't know. I like if it. I don't think 30 minutes is a long time. It's very short. All right. This was important. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, fuck me. Here's why I'm annoyed. Because if I press this, I'm gonna get this conversation anyway. So if I press him now, after we've done that conversation, we're gonna have that conversation anyway.
Hold it!
Wow, that's great! Wow! Striking. Gumby, stop! I will kick you out of the room. Back. Okay. I think, okay, I think if we, okay, so we have to, the last two. Okay, let me look at this. Cause of comas. Okay, cause of coma. Okay, either we have to present okay, either this we have to present on the we present the evidence of the teacups, or they said 30 minutes, right? I think instead of the teacups, we show this instead. It affects 30 minutes, but if he's right about having drinks at 11, then they should have
Objection!
they should have, oh, he went back home. No, he went back home at 11. And it was confirmed by Mr. Garadeb. Hey, stop doubting us, man. Ah, they both had the same expression. That was funny. I mean, he's probably gonna answer with he drank it after he left. Do you think he's gonna break this one? Pray forgive the discourtesy if my mind has wandered. What? I was considering what cuisine I would best complement the contents of my hollow chalices luncheon. Oh, he does break it. Okay, break crush number 1.
Objection.
Objection! Objection!
Objection.
There's a lot of objections. Is it Shamspear himself? Oh, yeah. Oh my god. Why is this allowed? That's crazy. I mean, he's allowed for his testimony. We'll just break it apart. I mean, that's fair. Oh, thank you so much for the hydrate redeem. Okay. Ah. We saw him yesterday. But why now? Okay, so he's the meter man. Like the one that looked like a bee. And doing over there? poses, man. Can't we just have a normal human being for once? I think Gina Lestrade was like the most normal person. You subpoenaed him. I like how that's breaking the fourth wall of that. Okay, if that's so, Mr. Meter Man, then we'll break it down as well. Be a villain. Do you guys hear the harps as well? Alright, witness testimony. Snow lay about. The neighbor did come within the evening, bearing a gift to tea. Merry, bitter was his drink. He left, did false drops. But the tea alone did pass my lips to lay down on as. As I say, this boat's window in the freezing cold all night, keeping down when I was visiting that short little round back to his door. Why? And why did you spy on him? But why? Yeah. What list? No, no. No, no, no. We need a reason why. It's not gonna be the final testimony. We still have 3 more parts. Oh, they're shaped like swords on this one. Okay.
Hold it!
The man from upstairs. The man from upstairs, he's talking about God? Romeo or Juliet. I dare not imagine the scene. Yeah, whack. Okay, you know what? Hold on. Let me save real quick. That was funny though. Oh shit. Imagine if the game suddenly decided to make the jury apparently, according to my friend, the jury system what is tougher in the original games. One hour post midnight, so at 1.
Objection.
Wait, did this say 1:30? At around 1:30, but he said that he drank it at 1.
Hold it!
Hmm. But you had a fork in your hand. You eat the play? Oh. Yeah, why though? My orders? Why? Hmm. Yeah, you know what? That's fair.
Hold it!
Objection!
Have you guys watched Liar Liar? I have not, but apparently it's a really really funny. Yeah, the movie with what's his face? Jim Carrey. It's about Jim Carrey as a lawyer, but he can't tell a lie. He can only tell the truth. Objection, Your Honor. On what grounds? It's devastating to my case. I think apparently, like, I think that's like the most popular, like, most iconic scene. Because he can't tell a lie at all. Oh, there's another iconic scene. In that he goes in a elevator with other people. He farts. And then as he goes out, he turns around. It was me. Ugh. Of course, dude. I really hate the jury system. I feel like until the trial is over, the jury is not allowed to make a decision. It's so... I feel like this woman's gonna be important later. Because, like, obviously, or like, I would motion to like remove this jury until, like, because obviously they're obviously like they were part of, like, most of them were part of the last case, so I feel like they would be highly biased. And like when we start to go poke around at them, they have weird reasons to call them guilty, you know? Don't forget, we still have the thing. A summation examination, that's what it was. Like, listen to their reasons for calling someone guilty. It's so shit. And I don't know if that's because... Is he gonna break it? 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 I'm more wondering whether he's gonna break his chalice or not. Break it, break it, break it, break it, break it, break it, break it. Break it, break it, break it, break it, break it. Okay. Like, listen to their judicial findings. Like, the victim may not be well off, but he's a noble man, and what, straight up, there's no reason to doubt the man. Well, I do declare the good gentleman has no reason to lie. In fact, I think he's rather splendid. Yeah, see? Just look at the accused by... So, see? This is racism, bro. You're profiling him and then saying he's guilty just because the way he looks. Yeah, for now at least, so you don't even know! And you just want the trial to end quickly. Call a mistrial or quit the defense. Exactly, dude. I mean, I wish we could do that. Like, I wish it's like some of the games follow the proper procedures of trial, but you know, it's a game, so we don't have that. And obviously, we're not gonna have like a long, lengthy trial process. And it's not objection. It's not Phoenix Wright or Ace Attorney at all unless you have objections, which is weird because you know you don't object during your own cross-examination. You know? And you do jury picking before the trial begins, bruh. I'm not even a lawyer. I haven't even taken the bar. I have no knowledge of the law, except for like watching some court cases here and then. And I've picked those shit up, bruh. Okay, I'm gonna just press all of them, because that's the best way to figure it out. I love the Phoenix Wright. I love the Ace Attorney games. Don't get me wrong. It's fun. It's fun to watch like roller coasters of a trials. It's like, oh, but this happened. Oh, this was not the killer at all. It was actually this guy who's a witness. Dun dun dun, and all that.
Hold it!
There's no reason to doubt the man. Why was the gas? Okay. Okay, if we prove that he's a liar, then we can pit them against. See, he doesn't even fucking care. Leave and let someone take your place. Like, holy fuck, if you want that to like, oh, I'm so pissed off at that guy, dude. If you want to just get paid, then do something fucking else. If you're gonna get paid anyways, right?
Hold it! Hold it!
Japanese. Augustus Altamont. Altamont Gas. Hmm. I see. They're all I like how they're all bee motif. Exactly. You know what? I like this woman already. I like this woman. Okay, I think it's either okay. They have okay, so if I prove he's a liar, he's gonna reconsider. If I prove he's a liar, it's like let me can I save? Let's save. Not that I need to, but I'm just I'm a compulsive saver. Okay, but I think look he stoops all the while. He is very fishy. I think I'm gonna pit those two together. Oh no. This is okay.
Objection.
Oh no, I got it wrong. Okay. Okay. Well, I obviously fine. Okay, so I think it was the Okay, so it is this guy.
Objection.
What? Hold on. Did I do it right? Did I hit the right one? Fuck it. You know what? I shouldn't have saved scum. I kind of feel bad now. We'll just keep pressing. He gambled. Horse racing. Oh, that's your own fucking fault.
Hold it.
He's also remember, he's also a surgeon. Oh, actually, we don't know that until later. We know, Susato. Yes, we know, Susato. Yes, we do. Okay. Okay. Well, okay, so we've tried to pit
Objection!
those two, but now let's try to pit these two. Okay, I was right. I shouldn't have saved Scum. I apologize. That turns out to be a common thief. Exactly. Seeing as his operation had already been compromised, I suggest that the court hears testimony from Ari. Does he have red eyes? Okay, no, he has brown eyes. Thank you, Mr. Gentleman. Thank you. It's your own fucking fault that you spent your wife's hidden savings for horse betting. That's on you. So if she's pissed off, that's your own fault. Also, it's kind of the court's fault, if you think about it. The courts immediately gathered up the most available, like, most available, is he gonna crush it? Crush it! Break it, 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 break it! Ah, he threw it instead! Okay, one break, one throw. What a piece of shit. Okay, so Meter Man's gonna be on our side.
Objection!
No, no, no. No. Fuck off. Oh! 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 Let's go! I like this. Hello? She's gonna take the stand, and she's technically on our side, right? Well, she's not on our side, but she's against Mr. Shamsphere, against Shamsphere, which makes her on our side for now. Clear gas. Yeah, he's just a very dedicated man. Excellent. Okay. Proud to be the company's East Desk branch investigator, meter money collection agent, Oswald get through penny bits, each coin given customers about 2 hours of gorgeous gas. And yet, the meter in Mr. Shamsphere's room didn't have a single coin in it. The meter doesn't appear to have been tampered with, though, and the collection agent has the only key. Somehow, he's using all the flaming gas he owns without paying a penny. That's not even what is. Oh, shit. No, it's relevant. Okay, 2 throws, 1 crush. Oh, and he throws the bottle. Excellent. Stop mumbling. Jesus Christ. Alright, let's cross-examine.
Hold it! Hold it!
We're just getting all the bits and pieces. We also have one of these meters in the property. Out of interest, how long has this been going on? Why are you even in the conversation, man? Okay, hold up. Let me see. What is this? Leak? I guess we'll have it figured out sooner or later. Can we see it? Yes, please. Thank you. Now it's time to... At first glance, you say. Not when I am done with it. What is this green thing? Okay. What's this green thing then? Oh, money box is sealed with beeswax too. Okay. Have we examined everything else? I think the most important part is this, the hole. Okay. We're gonna have to present that. Okay, I think I'm just gonna. I'm not even gonna press it. I'm gonna just straight up, present it.
Objection.
Like I don't think we even have to press. Wait, that's... Huh? What do you mean? There's more? There's more to it?
Hold it!
Quarters of an inch across. Oh, what they're made. Delve deeper, yeah. Hmm. Okay. All joints on the meter wall. There's no way to dismantle. I see this again. How small is this? Is there anything I'm missing? No, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, wait.
Hold it!
If it lets me switch... Okay, instead of dismantling. Yeah. No, we should go back to the different coins, and then we present this again. Okay. I'm gonna take a gamble here. But we'll save though. Okay, and then we'll present this.
Objection!
Oh, I guess not. That's fair. Okay. Okay, let me look at this again. Oh! Hold up. Yeah, where could I have gone? And what if, okay, what if I present this?
Objection!
Hello.
Got it!
It'll fit. Yes. Oh, you got 3 throws and a crush, and a bottle. 3-1-1. But that's not like really important. We just oh, you know. Oh, gladly I will. Hello?
Got it!
You're welcome. Why are you admiring her, man? Oh, I know exactly what it is. It's the photograph.
Take that!
Look at this photograph! Oh, and then he throws another bottle. In despair, and happened to catch my hollow bottle on the way. Well, we established that William Shakespeare is not a good person. Oh, you know what? He's fair. What if it was via the gas? That's fair. There's fair. That is very fair. Oof. That was devastating, bro. Well, we gotta raise an ejection. It does. Yeah. Oh damn, we pissed him off. Oh my god.
Objection! 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 Take that!
I think they drew that poorly because the bars are supposed to be outside the bricks, but they made them inside. Yeah! Let's go. I'm glad that we didn't take two, even though I said we should take two. Let's go. What a way to end this part. Use fun please. Let's go. Okay, so that's how we end part 2. Oh man, you know what? If I was a prosecution, I would be pissed as well. Oh, he'd be. Okay, so currently we're at 3 throws. Or should I say 3 lamps? Because 3 lamps, 2 bottles, and 1 crush. That's what we have right now. Baroque von Zeeks, he's thrown 2 bottles into the court. He's thrown 3 glasses of wine at the lamp behind him, and he's crushed a single glass of wine with his bare hands. Okay, I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end the stream here. I think it's perfect timing. Oh, whoops! I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here. It's okay. Alright. I'm gonna end stream. Thank you so much for watching. We'll go find someone to raid. I appreciate all of you. Who have I not raided? Open up the last time we raided Awesome. Okay, it's been more than a month. So let's raid Awesome Possum today. Actually, no. Cancel that. We're gonna raid Shin. I haven't been able to raid Shin in forever. Okay. Just in case you're not taken to his stream, here is his link. Here's our raid message. If you're a follower, if you're a subscriber, use this raid message instead. I hope everyone has a great day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, please remember to take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next stream. Alright. Bye-bye.